Mick back, and this time with the soul and funk tag for 2026 from Spin That Black Circle. Okay, let's get underway. First up is my favourite new funk soul release of 2025, and what you're looking at there is the UK band Salt. This has been produced by Inflow. If you can count matches there, you can see that it's actually their 10th album, and that's featured on a lot of the album artwork. What you have here is the best of young British jazz talent with some soul and funk vibes, owning the space into the 21st century. Mysterious band and mysterious custom labels as well. Okay, my most interesting rare groove, I guess, jazz, funk and soul find was El Trio. Now, El Trio are straight out of Argentina, and this is their 1974 soul funk classic. An album that you very rarely see, and I picked this up while I was in London, and it's on the Music Hall label. Nice clean copy for me there. This has all the right funk and soul ingredients, but with a little tinge of Latin jazz, as you'd expect. Okay, let's go with that 7-inch, and I thought I would select VIP label stars, the Velvelettes with Really Saying Something. Now, the tag question was to show a 7-inch that wasn't a top 30 chart hit in my case Australia, and this only made it to 76. I did check that out, and it wasn't actually a big one in the States in it as well. So I actually know this song in particular from the UK band Funboy 3, and of course when I saw the original 7-inch I had to have it. Okay, up next, a 70s album produced by a 60s soul songwriter or a star. And of course, well, I've gone from Fred Wesley and the JBs. And guess who produced it? JB James Brown. And this is Damn Right I Am Somebody. This album was recorded during the sessions for James Brown's album, The Payback. Seriously funky, certainly funk soul. It engages the power of positive thinking, and there we go, DJ copy promo for Not Sale on the People label. It's an interesting label, isn't it? Okay, next one. Show us the most, in my opinion, the best funk soul album from my home country. So in this case, this is Australia, and this is an album that came out in 1972, and it features Renee Geyer, who also features on that album up there as their lead singer. And this is funky, soulful, psychedelic jazz influence. Quite a unique sound. Produced by Horst Leopold, who was a titan of the scene. And I've actually got a number of Horst's personally owned records in my collection. So Australian, 1972, psychedelic funk soul. Yeah, it is that good. And weirdly, it came out on the RCA label. I should note that album there is often noted as Australia's finest ever soul funk album, and it's certainly classic. Okay, next up, female solo trio or quartet. So I've gone for the Mary Jane Girls, And this links into another question a little later on. The Mary Jane Girls. Gee, I wonder what they're into with a name like the Mary Jane Girls. Only for You, spelled Four, and this features the classic song In My House, which was later covered, quite surprisingly, by Big Black, the noise rock band. And certainly a bad and mad look bunch of ladies, and it's produced by, I had to get him in somewhere here, Rick James. And it's on the Gordy label, so you've got some of those Motown affiliations. Best jazz funk act I have seen, easily it would have to be Herbie Hancock, and I chose Headhunters as my example of his funkiness. Herbie certainly has ridden the stylizations as they've gone throughout the ages. He's played with Miles. He's played in bands that invoke hip hop. He's on a heap of Blue Note records. In concert, you get a nice variety of musics from that, and this was on the Columbia label. Okay, up next, a friend show a album where a friend who is a total rock aficionado might want to convert. So I've chosen something by the Detroit Cobras. Even this would move some of the most rock supremacist I'm only into punk crowd that tend to be my mates. This has got all the right garage punk cred, on sympathy for the record industry, and what the Detroit Cobras do is they do a heap of soul covers. Most notably, I'll Keep You Holding On, and there we go. Nice custom label on sympathy for the record industry. Okay, 80s 12-inch. Look, he had to be here somewhere, didn't he? And this is actually my favourite George Clinton song. It's the 12-inch for Atomic Dog. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Bow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Ah, it's deep. George Clinton, obviously, the don of funk. I could have chosen 5 or 6 of his albums in any category, but this is the one that always piqued my interest the most. And there we go. George ends up on Capitol at some point for Atomic Dog, classic 12-inch. Then I thought, I haven't dug into the 90s, so I'll include a bonus 90s. And I chose the Fugees, and I chose the Fugees for a couple of reasons. Not only does Lauryn Hill have one hell of a voice, but in particular, I think this band, not only do they sing about music in this album, and in particular the song I'm about to choose, but they also changed the worldview of soulful hip hop, and I guess we started getting words like the word urban in our record stores. Anyway, this is the 12-inch for Killing Me Softly. Don't dislike that song, and I love the fact that it's about Don McLean, who I've seen live, and he's killed me softly with his song as well. But chose this for the B-side, which is Fuji La, and it's the global mix. Bit of a deep cut there. It's the Refugee global mix. It's got some French in it. It's got some Creole in it. Certainly a very fresh take on this song, and not available on any streaming services. Okay, this album's been getting a heavy rotation the last week or so as I prepared for this tag and the 2026 one. But this contains on side 2 Open Soul, which is a 20-minute funk and soul butt-shaking gem. Hard to go past it. the odd occasion when I've DJ'd something, this has always been a selection. How could I not put that on for 20 minutes? And it just gets everyone dancing. Next up, you're single and ready to mingle. Well, if that's the case, I'd pull out Sade. Now, I've got a promising date arranged, and I've got to choose one song to get myself in the mood, and it would be Sade, Diamond Life. Interesting enough, side one is where I'd keep everything at, and of course I'm getting ready, so it'd have to be Smooth Operator, wouldn't it? Okay, and now when push comes to shove, what is the greatest funk album of all time? Sure, I could have went that. Could have went any of those Funkadelic albums. But remember, jazz is the teacher, funk is the preacher. And how did that happen? Well, this is my number one funk album of all time. It's probably free funk more than straight funk. It's obviously got a jazzy element here. Miles Davis did get funky though, didn't he? This follows on from Bitches Brew. Certainly has all the funk artwork. Look at those pictures there. Certainly somewhere between the avant-garde, soul and funk that I enjoy. And that one is on the Columbia label. Looks something like that. Okay, Harvey, thanks for that. Really appreciate the tag, mate. And I love tag season, so I might do a couple more as well. Okay, talk soon.